Hi there, people. Welcome to the Montgomery Counseling Group Wellness Podcast. I'm Rupesh, your host for today's episode. We are joined by John Burns, founder of Montgomery Counseling Group in Charlotte, to discuss therapy and how individuals can recognize when they might need it. So, hi, John. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, Rupesh. Good to see you.
Great. I'm glad to see you too. And it's great to have you here today to get into such an important discussion. So, John, would you mind introducing yourself for the viewers, please?
Oh, you bet. You bet. So, John Burns, I'm owner and founder of Montgomery Counseling Group in Charlotte, North Carolina. I'm a licensed clinical social worker. Have been doing this more than 30 years and was excited when the opportunity came up to expand from a single practitioner practice to a group. So this is our opportunity to introduce ourselves and let folks know what we do, how we do it, and to see if there's a fit to meet their needs.
Absolutely. Thanks for sharing that, John. Your background and experience in this field are truly impressive and will provide valuable insight for our viewers as well. Moving on to the next question, what are a few symptoms people should look out for to know they need therapy?
Yeah, that's an excellent question. And it begins with if a person can say to themselves, I'm just not enjoying life the way I once did. And it could be for many reasons. I might feel socially isolated, and that's been particularly an issue during and post-COVID, feeling anxious or feeling depressed, having trouble sleeping, or have concerns for a child or children. Maybe they're not doing well in school or other issues are coming up. You might be concerned about your relationship, even with a partner or a spouse, or how your family's getting along. You might have a negative body image, just not feeling good about how you feel within your own body, or maybe dealing with the stress of being a caregiver. So the therapists who work at Montgomery Counseling Group have a diversity of experience. And, typically it takes a person a while to decide that maybe I need to talk to someone about this. And it goes back to that first question. When I look back over even the recent past and discover things just aren't going the way I would like them to, it's time to make a call.
Right. Absolutely. I agree with you. And that's really helpful insight, John. Often people, might be struggling internally, but are unsure of the signs. Your explanation can help them better recognize what to seek support for sure. Moving on to my next question, which is how easy is it to opt out for a therapy at Montgomery Counseling Group at your, group?
We try to take as much of the friction out of that as possible. And so what many of our clients do is they come to our website, montgomerycg.net. Up in the upper right-hand corner, they request a free consultation, and that can be face-to-face if a person prefers it, or it can be through secure telehealth. And during that appointment, it's to get to know what the issue is, what the person's concerned about, and to determine if we're the right person or the right group. And if it turns out that's not the case, then it's part of our job to help refer to the person to the resources that are available to them. But the most difficult thing for most people is making that first call. So we try to take as much of the friction out of that as we possibly can and deliver as much information as we can, and then let the person make their own best decision.
Yeah, that's great to hear. Many people avoid therapy due to their fear of complicated process. So knowing that it's accessible and straightforward can make a really big difference for sure. Moving on to my next question, which is how does therapy help individuals on an emotional and mental level?
Sure. Sure. The, there's an old saying that confusion precedes a search for answers. And so, as I mentioned earlier, many folks just notice there's something different. I'm not enjoying my life. It's difficult to make it through my day. Just it feels like I'm walking in quicksand. And they don't necessarily know that there are a variety of reasons for that. There's some data out there about the first and second most leading reasons why people reach out to their personal physician are due to anxiety and depression. And post-COVID, there's been such an increase in social isolation. And so a person going through their day, they realize this is more difficult than I want it to be or than it used to be. Let me reach out and ask someone what resources are available. And then we start that conversation.
That's a powerful point for sure, John. It's amazing how therapy not only helps with immediate emotional struggles, but also contributes to long-term mental well-being, right?
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
That's exactly right.
Yes. So I'm sure that people are also here to know like how safe is one's personal date when connecting with therapists at MCG.
Yeah, that's an excellent point. Both legally and ethically, we're required to keep a person's confidentiality and their personal information and their protected health information absolutely confidential. The only exception to that would be if we're concerned that a person may be potentially harmful to themselves or to someone else. But in every other regard, if a person does not want their information shared, then we don't do that without their express written consent.
Yeah, I totally agree with you on this because privacy is a major concern, and knowing that client confidentiality is a top priority can help people feel more comfortable opening up. So let me just ask you one last question for today's session here. What advice would you give to someone hesitant about starting therapy?
That's a completely normal reaction. Asking for help is one of the most difficult things that people have to do. But that if there's someone out there that might give you a resource or give you encouragement or point you in a direction in order to meet your own goals, why not have the conversation?
Absolutely. That's definitely encouraging. And sometimes people just need to that extra push, and assurance that seeking help is a positive step forward.
Yeah, that's exactly right.
Yeah. So that's about it for today, John. See you in our next episode. Thank you so much, people, for watching this episode, and see you next time.
Thank you.
Thank you.